Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. It is 6 o'clock and Tuesday morning. I'm Nicole Hernandez.
And I'm Tim Pham. We're also streaming on KREM 2 Plus. Let's get on over to meteorologist Thomas Patrick to help you prepare for this Tuesday. Thomas, if people are headed out the door this morning, they may want to grab a coat and the sunglasses because it'll be cold and then a little bit warmer later today.
Honestly, on a morning like this, if you also grab a hat, I don't blame you because temperatures are not only in the 30s, but 20s for some areas. Check out those current temperatures. I have 24 for the current in Deer Park and 28 in Coeur d'Alene, still 30 in Spokane Valley versus the slightly higher elevation of 37 at Spokane International Airport. There's a big temperature inversion where the lower you go in elevation, the colder it gets. So that's where we stand right now, but the sun is already out and that should even things out pretty quickly for this morning. Any frost advisories are just to our south in those southern areas. We're getting to 32 degrees. This is a little bit more uncommon for late April, but for most of us, seeing temperatures this cold is totally standard for the April month.
Here's a live look at your traffic impact this morning. This is I-90 in Freya right now. You can see traffic volume picking up just a tad here, but overall not a bad start to your Tuesday morning commute. We are crash free here at 6:02. We'll keep a close eye on traffic conditions throughout our freeways and our main arterials to let you know what traffic looks like before you head out the door and arrive on time. On Up with KREM, we do check in on weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. Happening today, the Spokane County Treasurer's Office will be accepting in-person payments ahead of the property tax deadline.
Our Brandon T. Jones is live at the North Spokane Library this morning. So Brandon, what details do you have for us?
Yeah, good morning, Tim, Nicole. Well, this is a beneficial opportunity if you still have to pay those property taxes ahead of the deadline today. No appointments necessary from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. right here at the North Spokane Library. They will be accepting in-person payments. So that's just the first things first. There's some more details I want to run by you as well because this is the first of 2 opportunities to do those in-person payments. As for that other date you need to know, April 29th, 9 a.m. through 4 p.m. as well. When you do come out here for the payment, have your address prepared. Payments accepted are checks, credit, or debit cards. No cash payments will be accepted on site. Another heads up for in-person payment options. The Spokane County Treasurer's Office is also having an in-person payment option for Spokane Valley. That opportunity takes place on Friday, April 25th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Spokane Valley City Hall. As a reminder, property taxes are due for the first half of this year on April 30th, so that it's next week. Again, today is an opportunity to do that payment in person. For now, reporting live in North Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Today is Earth Day. Waste Management is celebrating today by unveiling high-tech recycling for the Inland Northwest.
So right now, the Spokane Recycling Facility can process up to 300 tons every day. Waste Management, though, wants to be able to do even more than that to make environmental services in the area better. This morning at 10 a.m., Waste Management is going to talk about how this new technology improves recycling. They're also doing a ribbon-cutting ceremony and tours of the facility.
All right, let's take you to your wake-up call question of the morning. With it being Earth Day, we want to know what place in nature that you do deeply cherish. Maybe it's a special spot. Someone wrote Kamiak Butte. Someone else sending in great photos of sunrises. We asked this of you yesterday, and we got so many great ones in. My Earth Day,
have coffee outside. That's really cool.
Love that. Yeah. Enjoy the Palouse Falls too. Well, you can send in your favorite nature photos to us by texting us at 509-448-2000. You may see your response here on the show. We're taking a live look at the Vatican this morning here at 6:05, where the faithful are gathering as they mourn the loss of the head of the Catholic Church. This morning, the Vatican has announced that the funeral for Pope Francis will take place on Saturday. The 88-year-old pontiff died yesterday. This morning, we are hearing from the Vatican on his cause of death. We now know the Pope died from a stroke that put him into a coma that led to irreversible heart damage.
And all over the world, people went to special mass services to honor the Pope. Here in town, the Gonzaga community is hosting a ceremony in his honor. And as the community celebrates his life and legacy, a Spokane artist is remembering how a small piece of the Lilac City is actually in the Vatican. Vincent De Felice, a Gonzaga Prep alum, created a statue of Peter Faber. That statue is in the middle of his high school, but Pope Francis had a miniature version of that statue in his personal collection. Now that the Pope has passed, the statue will live in the Vatican Museum. De Felice says it is an honor to have his work displayed alongside artists like Michelangelo and Da Vinci.
The best masters in the world. And again, I am not near them, but to have the work there is for me it's just an amazing story, really.
For me, for Gonzaga Prep, for Spokane, to know that one of our own created something that was special to Pope Francis, that's pretty cool. I mean, that doesn't happen.
Well, Pope Francis, who cared a lot about migrants and those on the edges of society, was often at odds with President Trump.
But the president had nothing but praise for the late pontiff. During the Easter egg roll celebrations at the White House Monday morning, he also agreed with the Pope's message of tolerance towards migrants despite their opposing views on immigration.
We love you all. We're with you all. They were with me during the election, as you know, very strongly, and it's just an honor to have the support of the Catholics, and I feel very badly for them because they love the Pope.
The president ordered flags be flown at half-staff in tribute to Pope Francis. President Trump said on social media yesterday afternoon that he and the First Lady will attend Pope Francis's funeral. And as the world says goodbye to Pope Francis, we will be tracking the latest developments from the funeral to the search for a new head of the Catholic Church. Stay up to date on every moment on KREM 2+. Just download our streaming app on your TV and watch for free.
Well, this morning, Governor Brad Little is in Coeur d'Alene for two events. One, to sign a new order to help control wildfires. First, though, the governor will visit the Coeur d'Alene Resort to speak at the annual scholarship breakfast. This year, 204 local high school students will be getting scholarships to help with their future education. Then after that, at 10 a.m., the governor will sign a new executive order called the Make Forests Healthy Again Act. The governor says the new order will increase forest management and wildfire mitigation. It is official. The city of Spokane will not reinstate Proposition 1, that anti-homeless camping law. Last night, the council voted 4-3 against it, bringing it back. It just happened just days after Washington's Supreme Court struck down the measure.
So you may remember Proposition 1 passed in 2023 with nearly 75% voter support. It banned camping within 1,000 feet of parks, schools, and daycares. Violations were a misdemeanor. Voters supported it as a way to rein in homeless camping across the city, especially downtown. However, last week, the state high court ruled Prop 1 exceeded the legal bounds for a local initiative. The court did not make a ruling on the merits of the law, meaning that the city council could have reinstated it with an ordinance.
I'm totally open to changes that would broaden the scope and allow for additional considerations, but I don't think that there is any reason that we can't put this back into place while we debate those other changes.
I think we deserve to give the chief a little bit of time to come to us with his officers when he staffs that to see what that would look like realistically and sustainably around Prop 1 and all the issues that surround us.
The city's unlawful camping ordinance, which went into effect before Proposition 1, remains in place and is enforceable if shelters are not full. The Spokane City Council also voted to approve the Ban the Address ordinance. City Council says the move is aimed at helping those experiencing homelessness land a job. The ordinance prohibits business in Spokane from asking for an applicant's address until after the job offer has been made. City Council says the ordinance enhances fair chance hiring practices, ensuring that qualified job applicants are not excluded from consideration based on their lack of a physical address or their housing status. It passed with a vote of 6-1.